Ageism feeds on denial, our reluctance to admit that we will ever get old, in fact, that we are aging right this minute. It is denial when old friends cringe at the public mention of how long they've known each other instead of taking pleasure in that fact, like my old friend, Charlotte in the back row, whom I met freshman year in college. It is denial when people bridle at being politely offered a seat on the bus. It is denial when we snap up products that tout their anti-aging properties or promise agelessness. Aging means living, and living means aging. If you're not aging, you're dead. Denial blinds us to ageism in ourselves and perpetuates it in 1,000 ways. When we see people as other than us, other color, other religion, other nationality, their welfare seems like less of a human right? It dehumanizes them. And that is why 5 out of 6 cases of elder abuse go unreported. Part of the reason. We don't talk about elder abuse, neither do many victims, who are embarrassed by their vulnerability and ashamed to ask for help and think they may not deserve it. That is internalized ageism, right? When we assimilate those values without questioning them. When labels are hard to read, or handrails are missing, or containers are hard to open, we think, I should be stronger, or I should be more limber, or I should be better prepared. Instead of realizing that these obstacles are not our fault, they're the result of crappy design and lousy public policy. Aging is an accomplishment. But in this culture, we feel shame instead of pride. This paves the way for a host of unhealthy behaviors, from denial to contempt. That's what's going on when people refuse to use wheelchairs or walkers because the stigma is so great, even when the alternative is never leaving home. We blame our own aging, our failure to age successfully, one of my least favorite phrases, instead of blaming the ageism that makes these natural transitions shameful and the discrimination that makes barriers acceptable. It is not loving a man that makes life harder for gay guys. It's homophobia. It's not having a vagina that makes life harder for women. It's sexism. And it's not the passage of time that makes getting older so much harder in America. It is ageism. But until feminism taught them new scripts, women blamed themselves for their second-class status instead of systematic discrimination. There is enormous overlap between ageism and sexism, surprise. Also with ableism, although denial makes us act as though old people never become disabled and disabled people never grow old. The more clearly we see these social forces at work in ourselves and in the world at large, the easier it is to form alternative, more positive, and more accurate narratives. The longer we wait to challenge them, the more damage it does to our sense of self and our place in the world.